This podcast is sponsored by Field Agent Canada.
You know what, guys? Retailers and brand folks, listen up. Things are moving fast out there. You got your product listed.
How do you know if it made it to the store? And then how do you know if it made it to the shelf? And then how do you know if it made it to the right part of the shelf? You have a really short window to prove success, but you can't prove success if you can't prove if it's there or not.
I mean, it was one of the most frustrating things, even when I was a buyer, is that I would tell you, you got your product listed. Yes, it's going out. You're going to be in 50 stores. Should be out this week. Well, there's times where someone could have gone in the store 2 weeks later and still found 15%, 20% of stores didn't have it.
And unless you're in every store in the country all at once, how the heck are you supposed to keep track of it all?
That's where Field Agent comes in. These folks get into stores coast to coast and tell you what's actually going on in the stores.
Shelf placement, pricing, packaging, compliance, you name it. And it starts at $16 a store.
Stop guessing. Get the data. Contact Field Agent Canada.
Check out www.fieldagentcanada.com and see what they can do for you.
Hey, welcome to This Commerce Life, an unscripted podcast that focuses on the stories behind small and independent Canadian retail and Canadian CPG.
What we try and do is deliver or pull out the story of our guests and give them to you. You know, the good, the bad, the ugly of retail and CPG in Canada. We're filling a need because we think that retail is hard on the best of days, but it's also a wonderful, wonderful place to grow up and make your living.
We also think that the industry, nor the people that inadvertently find themselves in the industry, really understand the industry at all. They don't really understand what goes on behind the scenes.
So listen to us, Phil and Kenny. We'll unravel it for you. We'll give you the story. We'll give you the story behind the story.
Hello, Phil.
Hello, Kenny. How are you?
Good. Long time no see. I've only been on with you like 5 hours today. Kenny
and I have been together all morning. It feels like old times a little bit, no? We used to do a ton together, like especially at the beginning of the podcast. And then, I mean, it comes in ebbs and flows. Sometimes we're together, sometimes we're not. Sometimes we're working on stuff together. Sometimes we're throwing things back and forth. But today,
there's other things to do. Like I think we've been doing other things too, right? Not together, but not
together, but
we don't usually talk this long.
I know we did do something interesting involving Canadian passports today, though, which is very exciting. We are going to. Should we tell them or should we wait? Should we hold it for?
Hey, why not? No, let's go.
So we're going to Anuga, which is a food show in Germany in October 4th through 8th.
Hello, baby.
You know, we're gonna try and go. You guys listen to us all the time. You know, this is a chance for us to see, you know, what is out there and what is happening in the marketplace, and maybe bring you back some intelligence as well. I know sometimes we don't sound intelligent, but we're gonna try and bring you back.
Doesn't mean we can't be intelligent, though. Just we don't sound.
We're gonna try and bring you back some intelligence. So we're gonna do that. So that's like really exciting. So what we thought would be, you know, a little bit of booking turned out to be a lot of booking. You know, to kind of keep us like all square.
I don't know why they do that. It's too much work.
It was a lot of work. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
it's funny because we have you guys are going to hear from her in August, but we have Keelin who works with us. If you've noticed an uptick in our organization, it's
not us.
As of Keelin. Keelin, we have a Keelin, and she's like a not so secret but secret weapon that kind of keeps us organized. And we had originally said we should let Keelin do our booking, and then we thought, you know, foolishly we thought we'll do it, right? And then halfway through we both went, should have let Keelin do it.
But then you're so deep into it, like now you're kind of committed, right?
Yeah, now you're in it, right?
So 2 hours on.
It was much longer than that. Like, because we got on at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, so 7:30 your time, and I think we quit around 1.
No, it's 3 hours,
Yeah, we quit around 1:30.
1:30.
Yeah, Eastern Standard
Yeah,
Time.
but
So
we didn't do it wasn't all booking. That was because we were doing other shit too, right?
we were farting around with the whole thing. We are also, if you're in Ontario and you are open to us visiting you, would you please send us a note? Because we are actually, Kenny's coming into Toronto in October, end of September, beginning of October, and we're going to hit a bunch of locations here in Ontario. So last year in the fall, I was in the interior of BC and we kind of did a whole bunch of places. We did Trail, this little place
Nelson,
that nobody comes from called Trail, uh,
Nelson, Trail,
Nelson,
Trail, more
yeah,
Trail.
Carameus.
Yeah,
We did
Kelowna. But we did
Carameus,
the Okanagan
right?
and Kootenai run.
Yeah, we did the Silkameen Valley,
That's
right?
Caramias.
Carameus, yeah. So we did that kind of little tour there. And then so Kenny's gonna come in and we're gonna do some filming here in Ontario as well. So if you are if you're a smaller brand and you've got facilities here, we'd love to hear from you. We are building out, so you'll probably see us reach out to a bunch of folks, but we'd love to be able to do some filming and continue
Do
to
you know
highlight
a route? Like, do you want like
brands.
because I can't describe it. Like, do you want to like how's
We
this
have
looking?
two thoughts right now. We can't do both because Ontario is just wide enough like that. So one is we're thinking about doing central Ontario, so heading out to London and then the London surrounding area all the way up to kind of like crossing. I live in Mississauga, so once Kenny lands here, for us to head west, southwest and hit the London area and then potentially, kind of northern part of that, central Ontario, and then swinging back through the Wasaga region, all the way back down through Barrie. So that is one thought is that we do that. The other one is to go east. There's some pretty interesting folks in and around Belleville-Kingston that we might do as well. We won't go as far as Ottawa, but we could if we needed to. So, or if there's interesting enough. So, I think if you're listening to this and you are in those areas and you wouldn't mind having two idiots come and harass you for an hour or two to do some filming. Reach out to us. You can reach us at podcast@thiscommercelife.com or at This Commerce Life on Instagram or Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you like. But reach out to us because we are building a bit of a trip. We would like to include as many folks as we possibly can.
Favorite
Um,
restaurants because we have to eat
mm,
because we like to eat.
yeah,
Favorite retail places
yeah,
maybe along the way or cool
yeah,
shops. And we'll
yeah.
do anything. So like, well,
Um,
if you got cool sports card shops or collectible shops, because
the
I can drag
folks at
him into that.
Theroux, we have long said that we were going to come by Theroux's in Waterloo. I promised a few times that I would be coming by. So that is on my hit list for Kenny and I to do. And then I don't know. We'll see what else comes of it. But if you guys are games, somebody let us know. That is something we want to do. And then we thought I thought that it might be, we're starting to push hard on, for anyone who hasn't seen it, right? We're starting to push hard on, the things that we do. We think we've been focused on bringing you kind of Canadian content for a long time now. I think we've, honed and honed and honed our story, and then we just kind of put out like a one pager and a little YouTube video of what we're after. So I thought one, Kenny, we could spend some time update. We've just done the update on what we're planning on doing coming up. And then I think it's a little bit of like where we're going with this whole thing, if we sort of know where we're going with this whole thing.
I
Uh
wouldn't go that far. I don't think it's where we're going. I think at least it's where we've been
yeah,
or
yeah,
where we are, which is kind
yeah.
of cool. Where we're going. I mean, I think what precipitated this is we get so many people ask what we do, and then if they ask me, it's always, a bullshit answer because I have no clue what we do. So it's kind of one of those I think precipitated that, maybe we should put it on paper and actually, so, like you could actually say, okay, yeah, this is sort of what we do. This is
Yeah.
why we do it or whatever, right? So I think like it's actually helped, honestly. Like if you think
It
about it,
has.
we've
It's
got more phone
crystallized our
calls or
message.
feedback.
It's, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think we've got more people kind of calling us back now because I think it's a lot like it's better. I don't know. I mean, I half the time, but seriously, I don't know what do you tell people you do? Like really, what do you do? Lots of things.
Well, but we really do three things, right? That's what we boiled it down to.
Now we do on paper.
We
Even
keep
I
it
know that.
simple. We do three things, right?
Yes.
But I think that, yeah, and I think, yeah, I think if you're listening to this we do a lot of things, right? But I think probably the biggest thing we do is we advocate for the, Canadian retail space. We do that via the podcast. We teach, and we do some consulting as well.
Yeah.
And
Coaching, whatever you want to call
we
it.
want Canadians to grow. We want them to succeed.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Let's
yeah,
get everybody, Lisa, like not so a head start, but like just a clean start. Like this, the chances of failure are still there. That's just life. I mean, things work, some things they don't. No matter how good it is on paper, some things just don't fly. But I'd rather at least we both talk about like sort of mitigate the losses as much as possible, or like just step on the wins, like which I don't, either way. But I think it's just trying to make sure that you got good odds of hitting it.
yeah. I think that's probably part of this too is the amount of teaching that we've been doing, and then the we can teach a breadth of topics, but we keep coming back to the same ones, right? So mitigation of risk, you know, understanding cost of goods, like where are you supposed to
I
be?
know
What are
that's
you
all the
supposed to
time,
do?
all the
Um,
time.
it's surprising to us how often we need to talk about it. But margin, what you need to operate, what you need to pay for, what you can't get away from.
Yeah.
All of those things that are so very important to making sure that you can survive and be successful in this space, right? Like
Well,
that's
think
something
about
that
it.
just it never goes away. Like we keep talking about it, keep talking about it, keep talking about it.
It's always the same things, right? It's
Yeah.
it's it's always, can you make money? Cash flow.
Yeah.
Like, do you have capital to run as you're waiting for
Yeah.
people to pay you,
Yeah.
right? Especially once you start getting into the larger retailers where they will
Yeah.
push time, right? So it's really understanding all. I mean, it's not rocket science, right? A lot of this is very basic, but it's
Yeah.
still not stuff that is because it's not sexy. It's not the same as talking about listings and an ad and a demo or whatever, like something exciting like that. It's kind of humdrum, but it's the basis of all of it, right?
Well, it's funny, right? Because if you know, our prime minister said that by July he wanted to knock down a bunch of trade barriers so we could go, west to east or east to west, depending on where
Yeah.
you are, right? Um, and that's kind of exciting. I mean, we're almost at the end of July. I don't know how close we are to actually getting that done, but that's a different
Still
that's
talking. I mean,
a
listen,
different conversation.
that was
But
a pretty big, come on.
it is.
That
It's a
was
big
pretty
ask. It's a
lofty.
big lift. It's something we've been talking about solving for a long time. But I guess like the thing is if we are talking about that, we as kind of like food processors, brand people, people who make things, you know, the sexy part is talking about going west to east or east to west. The unsexy part is, can you afford it for
Yeah,
real,
the
right? Like
mechanics are not
not
fun.
a not a onesie or twosie, or I can
No.
ship one little carton, or I can ship a handful of orders. Can you afford this for real, right? So if you're doing distribution across the country, if you don't know your cost of goods, if you don't know how many layers you can pay for, how do you know? How do you know that you can actually do this, right? Like how do you know you can afford it, right? And that's something surprising all the time.
Because it's all like again, it's not fun, it's not sexy for most people. It's old school back to pen and paper
Yeah.
or on Excel sheet. Like you got to put shit down.
Yeah.
This is what I expect to sell. Here's my cost. Okay, now the spread is all I've got to play with. Can I do all the things I want? Like to me, the biggest one is typically cash flow. Like we've talked to people recently, you want to stop making the product yourself. You want to go to a co-packer, but you've got 13, 15 SKUs. No big deal, right? But if a co-packer wants you to do 2,000 of each SKU, that's
Big
30,000
deal.
SKUs.
Yeah,
If
it's a
each
big deal.
SKU is $3 each, it's 90 grand. You got 90 grand. And if you don't, and you can have to do smaller runs where maybe the COGS goes up, and then what do you do? Like if you get into a larger retailer, now they're net 60 or net 75, net 90, whatever. You and I've told them, what do you can't phone a retailer. Say, listen, I can't ship your order because I'm waiting for the other retailer to pay me. But as soon as and we'd be thinking, what? Like, what are you doing? It's hard.
Yeah, it's
It's
certainly not
doable,
easy.
but you got to put your head down and you got to really map things out.
Yeah, yeah, it's
But
true.
it's not sexy, Phil. I hate to tell you. Like it's not the
Not
most
really.
exciting
It's
part,
not. It's not.
but
There's
it's
no
important.
sexiness in that at all, right? Like, but you have to do it, right? Like,
I do it.
if you don't have the math and you don't know the numbers, you can't go to a
What are you doing?
distributor and hope that you can get or broker or
Yeah,
distributor or
anybody. How are
anybody,
you going
right?
to play with the retailer?
Yeah,
Even if you didn't have those other layers, the
yeah,
retailer still wants their 35 or 40 margin plus spend, right? It's not their job to, well, do much of anything anymore, it seems. It seems
yeah,
like a lot of us falling back on sort of the vendor side. But that's fine. But you better be ready for it then, right?
yeah. You've got to be ready. You've got to be ready. So that's kind of what we're doing. Like we're doing I feel like we're doing what we were always doing, but we're starting to do it more organized. We're teaching these sort of fundamentals and we're doing them across the country. I think that's the other thing, to know about us, right? We do get we do a lot of work out west, so that happens a lot. But we have associations pretty much everywhere, and then we are doing things nationally. Probably highest on our list, if I could say that, at the risk of making everybody in the country mad, but one of the highest trips on our list that we're trying to sort out is a swing into Newfoundland so we can actually shoot, some retail locations and
I think that'd still be the cool one.
that one's really cool to
Yeah,
us.
that'd
We
be
want to
pretty
be able to
cool.
do that. The folks in Newfoundland are super fantastic. Um, Deborah, who's with the government with Newfoundland Labrador, and Tanya, also Newfoundland Labrador. They're amazing. And then yeah.
I think
I'd love
selfishly, I'd still
to,
like to do more runs all over the place, like all
yeah,
over the place.
yeah, yeah.
There's so many
Well,
cool Canadian stories that you and I have seen already that I'd
yeah,
love to do, the north coast of BC. I'd
yeah,
like to go see some of the fisheries
yeah. Me
and
too.
some of the stuff up there.
Yeah,
I wish we
yeah,
could do more farms in BC, Alberta, and to that point, Ontario. Be cool to go see some of the wineries in the east because we've rattled, we did one out in the west. I don't
it'd
know,
be
it'd just be
cool to
kind of
go
cool to
hassle
just,
our friends at Three Farmers in the middle of
I'd
Saskatchewan,
love to. Like
right?
seriously, just
Yeah,
anything.
it really
Yeah,
would.
I think just
Like,
the
yeah,
Canadian thing is just really, I mean,
yeah,
it's cool now
yeah,
anyway, because we're all pushing hard to be a lot more independent and less
yeah,
dependent on one player.
yeah.
I don't know. The Canadian stories just get better. I don't know. They just get better all the time. Every time we do a podcast, like I'm still surprised how much is sort of new to us when we do, when we talk to some of these people. Like really, I sometimes I'm thinking, okay,
I want to get you into
we've covered this
Coleman.
before.
I was really impressed with Coleman's when I was out there in Newfoundland.
Yeah,
I
they're
thought
cool.
I thought the stores looked amazing. The product that they have there is fantastic. Just so many really cool things I'd love to be able to do.
There's a
Uh,
lot of cool shit, man. Like I'd
yeah,
even like to, I'd be nice to get into we should bug Michael. Be nice to get into Manitoba. I'd love to actually sit down and talk to with a Northwest group, right? Because
oh my
Northwest
gosh,
Company
that
does
would be
cool
really
stuff
cool.
too, right?
Yeah.
Because the thing
Well,
about
they are
now,
now the oldest, right?
and it's
Which,
all north. Like it's
yeah,
not north like,
yeah.
Prince George North. I mean, like Arctic Circle North. Like they do stuff all through the territories.
Like true north.
above and below the Arctic Circle, but we're
Yeah,
talking, like upper Canada, where it's hard
yeah.
to get things.
Not
That's
gateway
a
to the
part.
north, but north and north. Yeah,
Yeah, no shit, man. Like north.
yeah, yeah.
I don't
That's
know. I just think there's so many cool things,
yeah.
and that's what hopefully. I mean, we've been lucky. I mean, most of our friends, ones we've met now, are old friends. Like people do throw so many cool podcasts at us, but I would love to get into some of those ones where it may require a connect. Someone who knows somebody, just to kind of tie us up because I'd love to. Because when we talked to like Peter, from the Kelowna Jaeger, we talked from Dirk Kootenay or the Ferrero
Mm.
boys from Trail, or Cam and Brian from Stone, like all these guys. The retail stories are still to me some of the, I don't know. I love talking the retail shit, right? I just love when we talk about what they do and how long they've been doing it. I don't know, the stores are fascinating.
Oh, you got going in to see Brian Pilau, like
Come on,
oh
Brian was awesome, right?
crap, right? Like his stores are
It's just the amount of time to spend on local. I just find like they actually,
they care about it a lot. Like it's
yeah,
part
and
of their way of
it's
life,
not
right?
bullshit
Like
talk. Like it's actually they
yeah.
do it.
And then if if you really appreciate it from the point of view of a true buyer or a store manager where P&Ls matter, profit matters, right? Because neither Brian nor Peter are truly independent. Like they're not a
They're
Danny,
independent, but they still
they're
answer
not a
to a
Ferraro
different.
Foods, right? Like Ferraro does what
Oh,
Ferraro wants to do because
absolutely.
they own the stores, right?
Yeah.
But you've got like with Peter and with Brian, they're part of your independent grocer, which is part of Loblaws, right? And so there are rules, like, and so so if you're Loblaws and you're listening to this, I'm not for one second suggesting that Peter and Brian are breaking rules. All I'm saying is they certainly are pushing the envelope on the things they're doing,
They're doing what they should be doing.
sometimes at the cost of extra margin points, right? Like that is something they do, right? Like really. So
It
it's
definitely appears that way. Like
amazing.
you and I
Like,
can do the math,
yeah,
but I think what the
yeah.
important
Oh
part
yeah.
is
Like
is
I
that
can't say that I've seen a P&L. I don't know
no,
for
but
sure.
it's called your
Um,
independent grocer for a reason. So if you're in that community and Brian or Peter or like my buddy from Trail, Dean Tambolini, owns the one on
right.
Fraser and
Yeah.
23rd or whatever the hell it is, or
Mhm.
27th. But you know what I mean? You're catering to your community, which is what your sign says it is in essence.
Yeah.
So why
Yeah.
wouldn't you allow some freedom and flexibility?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get they got to follow rules, and I get there's planograms
Well,
and
I
there's
think it's
corporate
just the
listings. You get all that.
appreciation that, when you are in those big retailers, like, it's not even part that makes them bad. It's actually what makes them great is they
That's what
have
makes them grow.
expectations, right? Like this is
Absolutely,
how
they
they
should.
grow. This is how a Canadian shareholder makes money is Loblaws has to balance the line and actually make profit every year, right?
Absolutely.
So,
All good, man.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
do like the fact that they
yeah,
do, yeah, I mean, push the boundaries is probably not the right way to say, but I do like the fact that they push the shit they should. They push local hard, which I really think is really, really, really important. Really important.
yeah,
Especially
me
now.
too.
Especially now,
Yeah,
right? If there's a time to double down, now is the time to double down,
yeah, yeah.
right? I don't know. I loved going through their stores, and they're good merchants, right? They're old school, just, not scared to bring some volume in, not scared to take a chance. Pretty cool, man. I think it is anyway.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I think the other thing that we're trying to do with the show that hopefully you see more and more of, even through this stuff, through Anuga, through this kind of road trip here in Ontario, and then kind of filming in live stores is we're probably gonna wind up doing a lot more lives or like live environments. We tinkered it with it this year already and last year. So we had a coffee at that cafe downtown East Van or in East Van.
Yeah.
And then we've done some trade show lives. We've got one coming up with Mogiana Coffee at their roastery, which is pretty amazing.
They were good. That was a
I'm
that was
working
a
through that. The
that was
the
good.
sound is good there, so yeah, it'll be really
Yeah.
cool.
Super interesting too. Good
Yeah,
coffee.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, good roaster. Like just
yeah.
that place. I remember now, Mike, now you say that
I
place was special.
enjoyed. I bought a bag from them.
I
I
did
bought
too. I
that
finished it.
specialty, and I
Long
finished
gone.
it. Yeah, I
Long
finished
gone.
mine. Mine was, and mine's like, so yours is a regular run of the mill. Mine was a specialty kind of afternoon coffee, and I finished mine a long.
Mine was coffee, and
So
yours was playtime.
that's right. And I still finished
So
it.
mine was
Like, so
coffee.
in theory, I should have some of that left, right? Because that's a
Oh,
late
absolutely.
afternoon coffee, right? But I
To me, I'd
finished
have a lot of
like
it left, and
it
it wasn't
is
even, and
gone.
I didn't even
It's
mind it that much, but it would
gone.
still be.
Yeah.
The other one, I mean, I drank like a madman. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's
you know,
gone. So
oh
yeah.
yeah, that was off the charts. It's very, very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that one.
Yeah. 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 So I think you're seeing this stuff from us because we kind of want to double down. We want to make sure that we are bringing value. I think if you guys have things that you want to hear from us, we would love to hear that from you. You can find us at podcast@thiscommercelife.com or at thiscommercelife on Instagram or Facebook. We'd love to hear. We're after independent retail of any
Yeah.
kind. So I think
Yeah.
a
It's not
lot of
doesn't have
times,
to be just grocery, right?
yeah, like when you see Kenny and I, obviously you think packaged goods. So whether it's my Johnson Johnson background or Revlon or one of these other, and then Kenny, you
Yeah.
think London Drugs. But some of the funnest things that we've done, like our the podcast with Burgoo that came out not long ago, was pretty fun to do.
That was a
Um,
lot of fun to
Amy
do.
and Glenson, who runs Celadon House here in Toronto or in Oakville, we love that episode. We kind of love these sort of things. We're actually trying to line up some pretty um, a bunch of interesting brands. There's one I was telling Kenny about it. I met him. He's in North York here in Ontario, and he makes plastic bags. I know plastic, all that stuff, but he makes compostable bags, all that kind of stuff. But the physical act of actually making a bag is something that's new to me for sure, even though it's like the underpinning or the adjacent industry to CPG. Never thought about it. I didn't even know how
Well,
they
think
make
of
it,
it, because
right?
who thinks of
So
shit like that?
I know. So
Like,
we
who thinks
got a
of that?
chance
Seriously.
to, and it's a cool story. Like when I get him on, it's he and his family, because his father started the business, and his father started the business with almost nothing, kind of bought a handful of machines, like, and then just started. And now he's passed it down to his son, right? So pretty cool. Pretty
I don't know.
cool
I
story.
think it's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
I think all that
Yeah.
stuff's cool. Like, I think anything tied to our sort of industries is cool. Again, it's all Canadian shit anyway, too. It's the Canadian play that's still the fun part. Still love going down that side,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Yeah. So I think as you if you listen to this one, if you have a favorite restaurant, if you have a favorite restaurant, you should tell us anyway.
You should tell us anyway. It doesn't
Because
matter. Just tell us.
we love that stuff, and we would love to go eat there if nothing else. So tell us who you're, kind of who and where you go. And then
If
if
you
you
even
know,
want to meet us at the
um,
place while we're driving, because
yeah,
may have two buddies going with us. I don't think at the same time.
potentially,
Yeah, well, if the one
potentially.
in Waterloo, Cambridge, because if we leave him out, he'll get all snotty. You know which that one
Well,
is.
they're both in the same area, actually. One's Guelph and the other one's
Yeah, but
Waterloo.
one won't be
So
snotty, the
they're
other
like
one will be
side by side.
snotty.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what you're saying is one is a really great guy, the other one not so much. So
I love them both.
We love
You,
them both. We love them. We'll have more details on the road trip coming out. This is something that we're doing in October, or no, sorry, end of September, beginning of October.
before Anuga is
Before
ideally.
Anuga.
That's
So
like two,
if
3 days before. That's what we want to do.
yeah, so if you are if you're in the area, or if you know of someone in the Ontario, kind of like central Ontario, west, southwestern Ontario, or even the eastern side, all the way up to kind of Belleville area, let us know. We'd love to get you on the
Yeah.
show somehow. try and
And
make
that
sure
might be,
you and
that's what,
attending schedule. So
September
28th, I think is what we're talking about. So
29,
coming in
30,
on a
no,
Sunday, and then doing the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before we leave for
yeah, so
Anuga
29,
on the
31.
2nd.
When do we
Yeah,
leave?
on the 2nd of October.
Okay, yeah, I'm just making sure we book those tickets right because
Kenny, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Like
I know
we've been over this. It's
we should have got Keelin to do this. Like, I seriously now I'm sweating too.
no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
Most of
leave
it
on the
will be
second,
fine.
get there on the third,
Yeah,
4 to 8, 9. Yeah, okay, that
yeah,
worked.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
think originally I looked at the wrong month.
Oh my God. Okay, so
Anyway, we're going somewhere.
regardless of what happens is we're
Maybe
gonna
at the
be
show, maybe
touring
not the show.
around
I don't know.
Ontario.
The 24 hours to cancel
We're
tickets. So
we're working on some pretty fun things as well. I think in September we're taking on another accelerator group with BC Food and Bev, and that'll
yeah,
be really fun to do. We've got a whole bunch of webinars coming up with Food and Beverage Manitoba.
Manitoba, right?
Yeah, yeah, those will be really fun to do. And then we're working on a conference. We can't tell you yet, but we're working on a conference that
We can
is
tell them about the conference,
um,
can't you? Can't you? Because even if we don't go, I mean, I'd still like them to go if they're able to go. No? I mean, I like everybody to go if we're going clearly, but is it bad to say like we're like they
no,
should
you know
go?
what? We'll tell you about it next time. So we'll have
Okay.
more details then. We'll tell you about it next time. But we're working on a conference as well that we want to go to. We want to do a lot of stuff at. So
Is it
hopefully
in a certain
they're
province
doing
or
it as well.
can you go there or you want to
It's
say
in
nothing?
BC. It's in the interior of BC. How's that,
This
Kenny?
year?
It's pretty good. Yeah, this year. Okay.
Any month?
So we're working on a chunk of stuff. We are pretty excited. We've got some things going on that we're pretty excited
A lot
about.
of cool stuff happening.
Yeah,
There's a lot of cool stuff happening,
yeah.
right?
Anyway, this is kind of like a midsummer update, I guess, is what we're doing. That's what it turned into. But we're pretty excited. Thank you for listening to the podcast. If you've made it this far and you wouldn't mind, what we could use more of is either Apple Podcasts rankings. So if you could go in and just, you know,
Oh,
give us
what
a 5 out of 5.
or whatever they?
You don't need to write comments, but if you reviewed us, we would really appreciate that. Or wherever you listen to your podcast, go in and do a review for us. We'd really, really, really appreciate
Yeah.
it. And if you're on the YouTube channel, hit that like and subscribe button. That would be really appreciated as well. So,
And for
uh,
those of you listening, we like you get to you'll get to, I mean, clearly you know who we like to talk to and what we like to talk about. If you have cool brands, people doing just cool stuff in the industry in general, or the services to provide the industry, like we love talking to the farmers,
that's
love
right.
anybody in sort of the production,
Yeah,
love post production, like the eating, like love
yeah,
restaurants,
yeah,
love cool small stores. I don't know if you got just cool Canadian
yeah,
retail, anything sort of attached to retail, like.
yeah. Yeah, we would be very excited. Very
Your
excited
favorite
to talk.
grocer who would love to come on and talk to these two
Yeah,
dummies, that would be cool too, right?
yeah,
I'd love that. I mean, I think that would be cool too.
yeah, yeah. Awesome. Anyway, that's it. That's it for us. Thank you for listening, and then we hope you enjoy your summer. Like right now in Toronto, it's stinking hot. It's the end, almost the end of July. I feel like Vancouver's pretty hot right now too, no?
No, we're overcast today.
Oh, you're overcast.
We're
Okay.
only 17 right now.
Oh, well, okay, so come to Ontario. It's very hot here right now. It's awesome.
I
But
don't know how that got to
we
come
we
to
hope
Ontario
wherever
when
you
it
are,
was
you're
17,
having a
but that's
great
fine.
summer. And then we'll
Yeah.
keep, keep listening. We've got lots of episodes coming up. Pretty still really excited about, the brands that are coming up for this show. So
Yeah,
thank
there's tons of cool ones coming. We've got a lot of cool stuff in the
you. Mhm,
pipeline, so it's fun.
mhm.
But
Awesome.
help us if you have stuff,
Yep.
send it our way, man. Send it
Yep.
our way.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thanks for listening, everybody.